ॐ आनन्दमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमे Sri Aurobindo Mira is my refuge. Namaste, good morning, Vande Matram, welcome all of you. The topic of this morning's spiritual discussion will be on joy. A joy in all experience of the soul. Beautiful topic. The topic will be discussed in the light of Sri Aurobindo Savitri. Very interesting, and this term, this sentence, everything has been from Sri Aurobindo's Savitri, of course. It is voiced. The voice is with the Divine Mother, with our Divine Mother's own voice. Through this Divine Mother's voice, we will now discuss little bit in brief. Almost a quarter an hour discussion on this topic on joy, how it is created, and why the divine is who divine and what is the purpose behind it. We'll discuss in detail. A joy in all experience of the soul. So we'll little bit before going to for discussion in brief, of course, we'll see 5 or 6 lines what mother quotes, mother describes, mother voices in her own voice. In spite of, very interesting, in spite of death and evil circumstance, mother quotes initially, mother starts here. In spite of death and evil circumstance, a will to live persists, a joy to be. In spite of all odds, all hazards, all distortions, a will to live persists, a joy to be. There is a joy in all that meets the sense. Very interesting, really, it is actually immemorable. So, thing is that we have to keep in memory, we have to go forward. This is the great sentence it is written. There is a joy in all that meets the sense. Second one. There is a joy in all experience of the soul. This is the topic of our discussion we are quoting. A joy in evil and a joy in good. Next, a joy in virtue and a joy in sin. So how it is there? Sri Aurobindo quotes here, in spite of death and evil circumstance, a will to live persists, a joy to be. In spite of against all odds, there is still some joy is there, the joyfulness is there. A will to live persists, a joy to be. There is a joy in all that amidst the sense, a joy in all experience of the soul, a joy in evil and a joy in good, a joy in virtue and a joy in sin. So this is the great description. It is described by mother, of course, from Sri Aurobindo Savitri. So why this is in spite of death and evil circumstance when it is coming, something has happened. And Sri Aurobindo quotes very interestingly in the voice of the mother. Mother quotes to Lord of the death. Although God made the world for his own delight, again, an ignorant power took charge and seemed his will. Then next, death's deep city has mastered life. Next, all grew a play of chance simulating fate. This has been created by the bliss which created the world. It was divine's intention. Divine has created all this bliss and this world. But thing is that death's deep city has mastered life. An ignorant power took charge and seemed his will. So all grew a play chance simulating fate. So this is the change. Of course, we are seeing. Now itself we will see a few things. Mother quotes very interestingly, a secret air of pure felicity, deep like a sapphire heaven, our spirits breathe. It is a wonderful description. Wonderfully mother quotes here, deep like a sapphire heaven, our spirits breathe. A secret air of pure felicity. There is nothing impurity, no amalgamation, nothing is there, only purity, purity, purity. Our hearts and bodies feel its obscure call. Our senses grope for it and touch and lose. So pure felicity, sapphire heaven of the spirit, sapphire heaven, obscure call, touch and lose. The thing is that coming up and down. These the things have been described. If this we drew, the world would sink in the void. If that felicity about this, if this you withdrew, the world would sink in the void, because the bliss has made this wonderful world. This is divine bliss that made the glorious world actually. If this we withdrew, the world would sink in the void. Because it is actually, it is the base, it is keeping it up on which the entire earth is earth has kept it base, earth is staying about, moving about. If this were not, nothing could move or live. So this is the base and this is the existence, cause of existence. A hidden bliss, again Sri Aurobindo quotes very interesting sentence you will see. A hidden bliss is at the root of things. At the entire root of things there is a hidden bliss. From this bliss only this great world, great perplexed world has been created. A mute delight, again, hidden bliss is at the root of things. After bliss, here in the quotes, initially, of course, it is quoted joy and all. So, felicity, joy has been, we have seen. Then again, we'll see a hidden bliss is at the root of things. Next line, a mute delight regards time's countless works. After joy, of course, it is written pure felicity, joy, felicity, hidden bliss. Then comes the mute delight, regards time's countless works. Then happened actually what happened really about the description of their existence, their arrival. What is the real true cause behind their existence? Here in the quotes three lines, very interesting lines. Of course, we have to see. We have to know the truth. What is the truth behind all the creation? To house God's joy in things, to house God's joy in things, space gave wide room. Number one, to house God's joy in things. Again, after bliss, we have seen felicity, bliss, delight. Here in the quotes again, joy. To house God's joy in things, space gave wide room. To again, to house God's joy in self, in things, space gave wide room. In self, to house God's joy in self, our souls were born. Our souls were born. So, for what? To house God's joy in self. That is the our soul is the feet and base to catch hold of the God's joy in self. This universe and old enchantment guards. Its objects are carved cups of world delight. Once again, world delight. What is happening? This universe and old enchantment guards. Its objects are carved cups of world delight, whose charmed wine, again, the thing is that world delight, cup, enchantment guards, then whose charmed wine is some deep soul's rapture drink. Wine, rapture drink. Then everything has been how this cup is, how this world is created, how what about this cup, what is the very much intention of the divine. So it has been described beautifully here. The all wonderful has packed heaven with his dreams. It was the dream of the all delight, all wonderful rather. So the all wonderful has packed heaven in with his dreams. He has made blank ancient space his marble house. Initially, dreams, all wonderful, packed heavens with his dreams. Only dreams. This is the divine dream, not our dreams or dead dreams or something like vague things. All wonderful has packed it. He has made blank inconscient space his marble house. Very interesting. Then he spilled his spirit into matter science, spilled his spirit into the matter science. So, sign by step procedure. Sri Aurobindo quotes the divine, all wonderful dreams. Then he has made, then he has spilled. His fires of grandeur born in the great sun. The great sun we see the sun that is Sri Aurobindo quotes, of course, great sun. Because we know only our vision, our discovery, our science has reached only one sun. But there are, of course, the sun from which we kindle all our suns. It is written for the Divine Mother. She is the such a sun, such a great sun from which entire sun, the number of suns are there, maybe numberless. We can't be able to uncountable. His fires of grandeur born in the great sun. He glides through heaven simmering in the moon. He glides through heaven simmering in the moon. He is beauty caroling in the fields of sound. So this is the divine, the wonderful, the chariot, the swift, as described by the mother. Step by step, we will see. We'll of course read again and again. We will see the wonderful, all wonderful. He chants the stanza of the Odes of the wind. He chants the stanzas of the Odes of the wind. He is silence, watching the in the stars at night. Days you see, he has packed his dream with all. In the night also means that entire structure we see for entire day and night for each and every moment. His silence watching in the stars, silence watching in the stars at night. He wakes at dawn. This is the night description. Then I thought about the morning dawn. He wakes at dawn and calls from every bough, lies turned in the stone and dream in flower and the tree. Of course, he does not sleep. It is a trance stage. So, lies turned in the stone and dream of flower and the tree. Even in this labor and dolor of ignorance, on the hard, perilous ground of difficult earth, then mother actually it is tilted very interestingly tilted the sentence, the meaning and this purpose of the purpose has been written in a tilted term. On the hard, perilous ground of difficult earth, in spite of, again, we have already quoted. On the hard, perilous ground of difficult earth, this is a perilous ground and a difficult earth, in spite of death and evil circumstance, a will to live persists, a joy to be. There is a joy in all that meets the sense, a joy in all experience of the soul, a joy in evil and a joy in good, a joy in virtue and a joy in sin, indifferent to the threat of karmic law. Karmic law, that threat is there. In spite of everything, there is a joy, and this joy is theirs. Sri Aurobindo quotes again, joy dares to grow upon the forbidden soil because there is ancient ignorance. Entire field is been filled with death and ignorance. Death's mask has mastered the life. Everywhere see some grayness. The original truth is actually hidden from our view. There is a masked inhabitant inside us. So Sri Aurobindo quotes again, indifferent to the threat of karmic law, joy dares to grow upon forbidden soil. Very interesting. That is the truth. Its sap runs through plant and flowers of pain. That sap comes. Its sap runs through the plant and flowers of pain. It thrills with the drama of fate and tragic time. Everything is there, fate, tragic time, flowers of pain. So against everything, every odds, it is there, it is flowering, it is blossoming, it is coming down. It tears its food from sorrow and ecstasy. There is no threat. They never getting threatened, but threat of karmic law is there, but actually it is least concern. It tears its fruit from sorrow and ecstasy, tears on danger and difficulty, waits its strength. Just imagine, all dualities are there, sorrow and ecstasy, drama, fate and tragic doom, then plant and flowers of pain, again coming the danger of difficulty and waits of its strength. It wallows with the reptile and the worm again. It wallows with the reptile and the worm and lifts its head and equals of the stars. So again there is a upward way instead of all everything is changing exactly. So it shares the fairies dance, dines with the gnome. It basks in the light and heat of many suns, the sun of beauty and the sun of power. Flutter and foster it with golden beams. It grows towards the Titan and the god. The thing is, in spite of all, against everything, it is going, it is improving, and it is going out. So very interesting because its time is running out, so we'll go to the end. So Sri Aurobindo quotes it, very beautiful line. At last, what happens? Very interestingly, beyond the earth, but meant for delivered earth, wisdom and joy prepare their perfect crown. Truth superhuman calls to thinking man. At last, the soul turns to eternal things. In every sign, there it cries the clasp of God. That is the truth.